Hello, Buckaroo Banzai?
You a messenger? What you got here?
No, wait a minute. I need to see Buckaroo Banzai in person. My name is John Parker. Identify yourself, nah?
Blue Blazer regular, Pinky Carruthers. Sorry, John, everybody needs see Buckaroo. Later.
All right, cadets, welcome to the second episode of Season 5 of the Big Monster Briefing Room. Welcome, I am General Lemuel T. Howitzer, retired, and let me bring up my able-bodied assistant, Major Millie Hazzard.
Hello, it's good to be here. I have something very special to unveil to the cadets.
Okay, what are you wearing there?
This is very special. This is NASA issued. This is because I had to re-go on to the rotator, you know, the little rotator, the gyro thing. Yeah,
Okay.
They made me go on it again. So this is
gyro
your
thing.
tax dollars at work, General. This is your tax dollars.
Okay, so that's a uniform for something you're doing right now. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, every 15 years, they got to strap you back in. You got to go through the gyro. You got to make sure you're not going to vomit all over everybody. So
It's been 15 years since you've done the gyro?
It's been 15 years. It's a 15 long, hard stint, General. But you know what? I didn't beat it the first time. But they let you come back and recover. And I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to visualize you telling me you can do it, like Bella. You know, when he said, "You can do it, Nadia." I'm going to picture you telling me I can do it.
You can do it.
See, there you go. And then when the vomit starts to come up, you got to make sure you get it back down in there.
When the vomit starts to come up, you got to wash it down with something.
The liquids, you know.
You got to watch that vomit back down.
Yeah, it's an astronaut trick. You wouldn't know nothing about it.
You know, that reminds me of a college party I went to. But anyway, so
was it Animal House with John Belushi?
Did you receive the packages that I sent?
It's a different type of gyro, but I love gyros too. I love them with the chicken. I love them with the turkey. It's fantastic. General's getting a call because every time a big monster is sighted, he has to be read in. So
okay.
So I got this package in the mail, you see, and I don't really.
Right.
I think. Don't we want Sergeant Havoc to come up to also react to this? I feel
yes,
like
let's go ahead and bring up our guest, Sergeant Havoc, for this, I guess.
Thank you.
Again, I sent you a package that I thought would be useful to you. Actually, it's a two-part package. There's two packages coming from two different places.
Well, I don't know nothing about it. I had my assistant unwrap it and put him right over there. I don't know what's going on. It's like a game show, you know. So my reaction is going to be what my reaction is going to be. I'm not an actress. I'm like an astronaut.
I thought you would figure it out. But anyway.
Not really. Not really, but I'm glad that Sergeant Havoc is here because he can weigh in on the whole spiel. You know?
Well, yeah, I thought this would be something that's very useful to you. This is the only gift I'm going to give you this year. Okay, this is your combination birthday, Christmas gift.
First of all, I'm going to cuddle this thing in the bed. You see, he's going to be in my bunk.
I figured that you might. Okay, now, and that is stuffable. You can stuff it so that it's firmer.
It's stuffable, all right. And it's going to keep me warm. Because you know they're going to send me to Antarctica, don't you?
Well, and again, I wanted to send something for you to, again, open the second part and you'll understand. I think Havoc already knows what it is.
See, when I'm laughing, I could cover my face with this guy. You see, I don't have to use that.
Those are some gnarly hands. So anyway, that is a dummy. Obviously.
Wait a minute. Am I supposed to dress it? Do I put the thing in the thing?
And again, you're pulling out what's in the second package, and yeah, I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Look at the size of this thing. I wonder if it's all anatomically proportional, if you know what I mean.
That's a 6-foot dummy, by the way, so it should work.
You know what they say: big hands.
Now this is
gloves.
where the name comes from, cadets. We're going to do this as a class, okay? So Sergeant Havoc, you know all about these critters. You've even met the Yetis, you know, the white versions that are in Asia.
I met the Yeti. Yep. Up in the
Well,
Himalayas.
you study all of these things: the Yahweh, the Yeti, the Bigfoots, the Sasquatches, the skunk apes. So I thought you should have one for your room.
So I get to dress the white one,
right? You dress it up in the Bigfoot outfit. Yes,
I can put it in. Will it fit?
Of course,
it's gonna fit. Oh,
it's supposed to be a 6-foot dummy.
So next week,
costume.
So next week, I'm going to show him the way he looks after I compile him to
pull his head out.
Yeah. And see, this will help you.
There she goes.
In the, in the HOV.
And again, when company comes over,
the
you can fold it up and put it in the closet. Sorry about that, Havoc.
Sorry, what were you saying about the HOA?
No, I'm the line, when you're driving and you can drive.
You can put Bigfoot in the car with you and drive in the
Is
fast
that
lane.
Is that like
the HOV
I think that's
line.
what he's trying to say.
I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say.
Wait, let me show you. This
I'm
is
still thinking about gyros, and somebody stepped on that line for me, but that's okay.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. All right, you're gonna do it. I'm gonna highlight you. We're gonna shut up, and you're gonna do the line.
I just gotta say, man, I love me some gyros too, especially with lamb.
I think it's a different kind of gyro that she's talking about throwing up.
Now I got to do my John Cena because I love the WWE, and he says you can't see me. See, that's John Cena. If you don't watch WWE, you don't know what that means. But
will you pull out the face and show it to us?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I gotta go looking for it. I hold on. Give me a moment.
Again, it's a 6-foot costume. That dummy's probably going to need some more stuffing for that costume. So you're probably going to have to get some cotton batting or something and stuff the dummy a little bigger.
And you get to say your patented line, I think. You get to say your patented line.
Well, it sure doesn't look like the picture.
A face only
a mother could love. Now, one of the reasons I bought this particular Bigfoot costume was because the face didn't look angry and mean and nasty. He looked like a kind of a simple, like a Harry and the Hendersons kind of Bigfoot.
It's once I dressed it up, you're gonna see it'll be totally a different experience. Don't judge it when it's
now he's got a flat face.
Okay, you're judging it when it's discombobulated.
Looks like somebody ran over his head with a car.
What'd you say?
Looks like somebody ran over his face with a car.
Okay, I'm gonna put them together partially while we're doing the show. You'll get to see a better experience. Just get the image of the run over.
So again, now you've got an anatomically correct Bigfoot in your presence. You can use it for whatever you like. You can cuddle with it if you like. And again, when company comes over, the HOA with it, they're not going to approve of that. Just fold them up and put them in the closet.
Is it totally anatomically correct?
Well, that's up to you.
Is Roland going to approve?
I don't know. He might get a little jealous.
Yeah. You'll have to add your own accessories to this one.
Because I know how you feel about Bigfoot. So,
but someone said it's almost reminiscent of the big rabbit from Donnie Darko. Definitely, it's very Donnie Darko rabbit. Yes.
Or the big rabbit from Twilight Zone.
That's very true. I noticed that. Okay, I'm gonna put the head on it while y'all talk and talk amongst yourself to go through the timeline.
Put a little head on it.
There's something on the wing of the plane. Oh. There's
all right.
Something.
This is a Metro Goldwyn Mayer film that we're a training film that we're going to talk about. It is also American International. What's his name? Zarkov?
Samuel.
Samuel Zarkov or Arkov or whatever his name. Yeah, he was responsible for a lot of crazy films back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. This is late 70s, I think it's 78. Empire of the Ants. We start right away with, simple shots of just real ants, messing around. And then we get danger, radioactive waste on the sides of these canisters. And they're just dumping them. They're just dumping them in the water.
You were so excited when you said that.
They were just dumping them like I do.
Yep. Because,
Except when I'm dumping something, I don't have a guy in an orange suit, helping me out.
Well, I'm going to have a guy in a brown suit helping me out, so.
Right. Brown furry companion in your room.
He's going to be my emotional support Yeti.
He'll be your emotional support Yeti. That sounds great. See, that's why I got it for you, really. So I just wanted you to be happy. I know you'd be happy if you had Bigfoot close by.
I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm as happy as a little girl. As Mike Myers used to say.
Happy as a little girl. So, okay, Dreamland Shores is this place that they're trying to develop and sell land. It's in the swamp. I'm not sure if this is Florida or not, but it's in the swamp. And Joancollins is the con artist trying to sell these people. And, of course, hgwells, Empire of the Ants. This is based very loosely on an hgwells story.
Let me just highlight this comment because it was funny. The Boston Radioactive Party. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I don't know who wrote that, but it's beautiful.
It's Facebook user. So if you might remember back in the day, our first episode where we brought Havoc on was H.G. Wells' Food of the Gods.
Yep.
So, or maybe it was Orson Welles. I can't remember.
H.G. Wells.
Yeah, okay. So, Orson Welles looked like he's eating a few food of the gods. So anyway, she's welcoming these suckers who are hopefully going to buy, plots of land for houses, condos, something like that. This is I reached out to this actress. She's still around, Pamelashoop, and I was hoping that she would contact me back, but she didn't. So it would have been nice to have her on.
It's Hoy loss. It's Hoy loss.
So yeah, well, we try. So, and I forgot to write the names down of the people. I'm going to have to probably look them up on, I know a lot of them, but I just don't know their character names. So the guy that was the old guy that was walking up the dock with his wife, not this old guy. These guys came on the short bus. The other old guy with the white hair is Harry Holcomb. He was the actor best known for King Kong versus Godzilla, the original 1962 version. He's the guy that says Godzilla has the brain the size of a pea. That's what he's infamous for. They're having a little party on the boat there. The boat captain is Robert Lansing, who did an episode of Star Trek. He was the boss on The Equalizer with Edward Woodward. Try to say that 5 times fast.
Nope.
Now sit right back and you'll hear a tale of some giant ants. Sorry. I wrote that. Right now, I just wrote that. Now, these two guys with the orange suits, they're workers that are supposed to be, working here at this thing. And they don't even see the big giant can with the silver paint coming out that the ants are drinking. It's radioactive silver something. And it's damaging. So one guy is kind of a lush. He drinks out of a flask and kind of not really into anything. If you don't recognize the guy on the right with the sunglasses, that is Chris Pine's father. Robert Pine, who was the desk captain on Chips. So Poncho would be very upset with him in his performance in this because he tries to rape this girl, Pamelashoop.
Yeah,
I feel like singing the Shoop Shoop song. Anyway, I know she gets that. I feel bad now. I know she gets that everywhere she goes. I bet. 2 old guys are talking about the hooch, the booze. That's why they're there.
Yeah. I think it's cheap bros. See, you have to scam. I tell you.
It's the only time the wife lets me drink.
Exactly.
We go on one of these con artist things. We get drinks and food for free, and Disney tickets. So here's a warning for you guys who are stalking girls. If they tell you no several times and then all of a sudden say, yeah, come closer, they're gonna knee you in the groin, and that's what happens to him. And I'm glad, because he was really slimy. And then Joancollins comes in and says, hey, how about me? Because that's what you'd expect from Joancollins. I'm kidding. Yeah. I shouldn't do that. Come on now. She's not a slut. So, man, I'm going to get in so much trouble for this one. So Robert Pine, Chris's father, looks out into the woods. He hears kind of like some cicada kind of thing going on. And we see I guess that's what ants' vision looks like.
Yep.
I know that flies have that kind of vision, but do ants have that kind of vision?
Well,
for the sake of this movie, I guess so.
These are mutated ants, so yeah, probably. And they make the same kind of noise that the ants in them kind of make, that weird,
Well, what's weird about these ants is they scream.
And they scream like a little girl.
That's what they scream. And they
also kept hearing that screaming. I thought,
yeah, that kind of.
I thought, is that one of the ladies? And no, it's the ants. The
exactly.
Ants
several times in this film, I'm saying, wait a minute, where's the girls aren't here?
Yeah.
Where's the screaming? Nope. Oh, it's the ants. The ants are screaming.
Yep.
And they're not particularly scared of anything. That's just the sound they make.
Yeah.
This lady, I should say, goes to the boat captain, who looks like my friend Rooney LaPlante, actually. Robert Lansing, with a beard and kind of longer hair. And she asked him, hey, is this worth it? Because I'm going to give up my life savings to buy this place. And he said, no, not on your worst day. He's honest with her. And look at that look at the bottom. She's like, oh, I want him.
When I first
she is
saw
hot for Robert Lansing in this film.
But when I first saw her, I thought she was that Ann Mira, the comedy lady.
I did too.
Ben Stiller's mom.
Yeah.
She looks
identical. Stiller and Mira
it's identical.
Yeah.
It would have been a better movie, I think, if Stiller and Mira had been in it.
That would have been, yep.
I'm a boat captain. But yeah, she is definitely hot for Robert Lansing, the boat captain, in this.
Yeah, I mean,
hello, David. Like... David, welcome. And again, anytime we see the by the way, this was 78, the year after Jaws, and suspiciously, the music, whenever the ants are around,
dun 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 dun,
sounds
dun,
very Jaws like. Dun 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 dun.
And then you get the Antovision there.
Antovision. Yeah, and again, they do that a lot in this film. It's like annoying. See, I told you. He's watching the tram. Anytime you go to one of these things and there's a tram, yeah, get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of there. Oh my God, it's a tram.
Yep. And then,
so they take them to a buffet at the next stop. There's another buffet. This is where the golf course is going to be. And the old guy in the leisure suit, he decides I'm going to check this thing out. And he starts pulling pipes up out of the ground. Look, see, I told you it was fake. It's all fake.
Can't trust anybody.
Oh my gosh, I can't take you anywhere. And we get the ant vision. So they're close, and dun 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 dun, and there's the first shot of the ant. Oh! Ah! Ah! They're all screaming at each other, and he gets all torn up. He's the first to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then she tries to run, but the ants are everywhere. They're all over the place. So she gets into. We don't actually see her. The old people, when the old people, except for him, the old people get killed, they don't show it. You just know.
Yep. Yeah. Like, man, we can't. We don't want to kill off the old people in gruesome fashion. Just the young ones.
Oh, by the way, the character that tried to rape the girl, he brought his wife along. She was right there at the tent. I mean, what the hell? That's her in the striped shirt there. Her name's Cassandra. I can't believe I remember that. The guy that's driving the tram is Charlie. He's got a thing going with Joan Collins, but then again, most of them do, I think. I'm sorry. I did it again.
Oh, man.
Future marina, future golf course, future tennis club, future pool area. I got bad news for you. All
And then
gonna be torn apart by ants.
And then they find a giant foot. There's
And then they find one of the guys who was working there in the orange suit, I guess. And
there's your Bigfoot, Millie.
And they just said, "Hey, where's that nice old couple that was with us? We've lost them." And Joan is looking at Charlie, going, "This isn't good for us."
Yeah,
I think we just lost some sales. And they're all like, "Hey, we got to go back." There's Harry Holcomb. We got to go back and find that other old couple. Of course. So they're like, "Oh, we must press on. We must call the authorities." Charlie, you want to go to the club? And then the two pamelashoop and the other hero guy. That's what I'm going to call him. What is that? I'm trying to read.
The guy on there with them looks like Wilmer Valderrama. Valderrama, the kid from that '70s show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy. This guy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's call him Wilmer.
Yeah.
We'll call his character Wilmer. They find the clothes all bloodied up by the old couple, and then they run into ants too. And these are shots with real ants that they've done on like miniature sets or something, and they're very unclear. It's like, yeah, you know the ants are there, but you're wishing for something. Now this was a cool shot.
Yeah, them walking on the pier. Yeah.
Can we go back a couple of slides for the reaction of this? Because it's a really great reaction. There we go. Look at that reaction. Oh my God, there's giant ants on the pier heading for the boat. Okay. Thank you. And there they are. They're heading for the boat. That's our way out of here. And Robert Lansing's like, my boat. He dives right in and swims out.
Not the minnow.
He drives right in. He wants to say Gilligan. Gilligan's still on board.
Yeah.
Skipper, giant ants. So he swims out there. And, he's hacking at the ant that's on top of the boat. And, and of course, Gilligan gets it.
Gilligan.
It's all bloodied up there. It was very fast. This was the fastest death in the movie, was this poor kid. Then Robert Lansing shoots the flare gun, I guess, and catches the boat on fire. Yeah. And an excellent stunt jump off the exploding boat. That's the money shot right there. And a great reaction shot. Look at that reaction. Wow, he jumped off the boat after he blew it up. Look at that reaction. He's swimming back. So they start a fire because the ants don't like fire. So they decide, hey, we'll just stay around this fire and we'll be safe for now. Because the ants don't like fire. But they all seem a little depressed. And rightfully so. But he says, no, stick with us, folks. Stay around the fire. We'll figure out a way out of here. So the next morning, ant vision. The ants are watching. They aren't fire ants. Very good. Awesome. They're not fire ants, these particular giant ants. And they're like, well, what are we going to do? And he's like, well, we're going to stay by the fire. And then it starts to rain.
Because of course.
Could be worse. Could be raining.
Sure enough.
It was almost as comical as that. I mean, it's just like, oh, gosh. So Joan Collins now and Charlie want to go to the clubhouse there. We'll be fine in the clubhouse. They go in there and there's ants waiting for them. Hey, we've been waiting for you. Where have you been? So they run out. The others have decided we're going to go. There's a boat close by to here. We're going to go and find that boat and get out of here. So they run through the woods, and Joan Collins and Charlie were like, "Oh, we don't want to go through the woods. There's ants in the woods." So they go in the woods, and sure enough, there are ants. Giant ants.
Big giant ants. Yep.
See that? See how unclear that is?
Yeah.
They do find the boat.
Well, the old couple gets separated.
Yeah,
yes.
There's a bunch of jumping around, but when the ants come out, they all freak out and like run in different directions.
Yeah.
So yeah, the old couple runs in another direction. They decide they're not safe, and Charlie and Joan Collins end up running in a different direction. She gets her sweater caught on a tree branch. Here comes the end of Charlie. He gets her free. He gets her free from the tree, but at the cost of his life. The ants are right there. Dinner bell.
Charlie. Leisure Suit
Yeah.
Charlie.
And she's, horrified. She's watching him getting eaten by ants. Giant ants. He was so good in the sack. She actually says that at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you're good in the sack. That's why you work for me. It was so Joan Collins. What a Joan Collins line that was.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Charlie buying it. The old couple make it to a shed in the middle of the woods. A shack. Love shack.
Yeah.
There's the boat. To the boat. There. I think they make a comment about that. Where'd the old people go? But they're gone. We'll be chafing here. Yeah, Godzilla has the brain of a pea. Really? I got news for you. This movie, you're the pea brain. So they're in the boat.
Ants would never get inside a shack.
Giant ants can't get in a shack. And then they come out of the shack and they're surrounded by ants. Ah! And that's it. We don't see their death. We just know. We just know it happened.
Just know. Yeah.
There they go. All right. So they're making their way down the river in this boat. And I'm guessing that they shot these particular scenes in the boat at Silver Springs here in Florida, because it looks very Creatures of the Black Lagoon. And
Yeah.
that was shot at Silver Springs here in Florida. And again, you've got a lot of branches over the water like that, and very clear water. And I want Robert Lansing so bad. That's what she's saying right now. That's what she's saying herself. He's so rugged. Oh, look at him row. Jane Fonda. Joan Collins is probably saying the same thing. Why do you always say the opposite of what I want you to do? Oh, he's hot.
Yeah.
Robert Lansing's the rugged guy in the movie. I can't go with the 70s show comparison too. He does look, and I know exactly who you're talking about now. I just don't know his name, but yeah, you're right. He does look just like the guy. Anyway, and it's a 70s movie. So, they end up fighting ants. They go the wrong way because Robert Pine tells them,
Gotta go this way. Yep.
That's the only clear shot I've ever got of one of their animatronic ants in this movie. They move them around so fast during the kill scenes. Obviously, they must look really fake. Roll them around like he's killing you.
That they're a little bit better than the ones from them, but because it's a little later. But
the ones from them, they showed them. You can see them. They you can actually see they showed them.
Yeah.
So this one is like
they kind of wanted to hide the fact.
Yeah, the only ants that we see are the double shots, the matte shots, that we get with the real ants.
Yeah.
And they
You
really
can tell because sometimes it look like they're crawling up, a piece of glass or something. It's like, they just stuck them in an aquarium or something.
I see a reflection.
Yeah.
That's why we can't see them clearly. So, let's go back one slide. In this moment, I want to say Pike. Chris Pine's father, Robert Pine. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
He just basically confessed that he let his wife get killed by the ants, that he didn't go to save her. He cowered out, and then right like after that, like minutes after that, ant attacks him from a branch overhead, just jumps on him in the boat and takes him out of the boat. So it's like one of those. I don't know if you guys watch Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom, but Marlon Perkins got taken out of the boat by an anaconda, and his partner went, "He's got Marlon." So this is kind of like that moment.
Yeah.
He's got Marlon. He's got Chris Pine's dead. So they all get knocked out of the boat. They all swim to shore, but
all these folks, they all spend a lot of time in the water because they get back in the water later on. But
I would be more concerned about moccasins and leeches and things like that. Giant ants you can kind of get away from. They're big. You kind of
bacteria. What kind of bacteria is in that
bacteria? I got some of this pond scum water in my ear.
Yep, if the giant ants don't get them, all the sepsis will.
the brain-eating amoebas.
Exactly.
So they're making their way through the woods, and again, dun 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 dun. Ant vision, and then Robert Lansing says, "Yeah, well, they could have killed us at any time. So I guess you figured out by now what's going on, right?" And they're like, "No." And he's like, "They're hurting us. They're bringing us to a certain age." And Joan Collins says, "Oh, this is ridiculous. I'm going to go over here." She goes there, and sure enough, there's ants waiting for her. No. You don't want to go down here. I'm going to get back to the rugged man. See, I told you. So, anyway, they go through. I'm getting a lot of messages here. So anyway, they make it through through the forest, and they find a shack with old grandpa and grandma there, and
very creepy.
They're very creepy. They're extremely creepy. They got barbed wire around their place there, and she goes over to the Shoop girl, Pamelashoop. By the way, Pamelashoop did a lot of other movies and TV after this, and now I think she might live in another country, actually. Still looks great. So anyway, they say, the grandpa says, "Oh, we'll call the cops, take you to town, you can get cleaned up and all that." And the little old lady goes to Pamelashoop, and she whispers in her ear. And the old man is like, "Get over here, Martha," or whatever. "Stop being crazy." So they get to the local motel, and these are some dirty women. Look at these dirty women. Dirty.
Yep.
Joan Collins got a dirty butt in this film. So the whole town is acting kind of weird. And there's a guy on the phone. He goes, "That sugar better be here at the sugar refinery." And there's a big sugar refinery in the town. And the little old lady was telling the Shoop girl, "Whatever you do, don't let them take you to the refinery." So, and that's a very specific warning. So you think you would have told us this sooner. So they try to rent a car. Rental lady's weird. She won't rent them a car. So they hijack a car. They carjack a car, and they try to get away. And of course, the sheriff's waiting for them. They got roadblocks. They're shooting at them. And here we have our Dukes of Hazzard moment.
And then them
Dukes
Duke
of Hazzard
boys
was on
showed
TV
up.
at the time this movie came out. So there's definitely a nod here. Look at the guy how he's holding his rifle on the right. Looks like he's got a big, huge penis he's holding out there.
Yep.
My gun is my penis.
And what's funny,
he's only with both hands from underneath.
Yeah.
Boom. Take that from my penis.
If you watch this close enough, as the car's flying, there's like 4 or 5 people in this car, right? But when you see the car, there's only like one. You only see the driver. I guess the other people kind of duck.
They all duck down under the seat. Oh, geez, we're going over the side.
Yep.
Oh, you boys get out that car now. Yes, Uncle Jesse. So Dirty again. They're climbing out of mucky
That's
water.
what I see. That's what I'm telling you. They're back in the water.
And the deputies bring them up, and you would think they'd put them in the cars and drive them to the refinery, but for some reason they walk them. All right, you two. All right, you foreigners from out of town. Get on the road down here. We're going to take you to the refinery.
Well,
Why not take the car, Clem? I want to walk them. And of course, as a result, the 70s show guy and the shoop girl, they get away. They ain't gonna get far. That's the children of the corner waiting in there for them. Actually, that's sugar cane.
Yeah.
You know what? We're in a movie with giant ants. I got an idea. Let's try to escape through the sugar cane field.
Ants don't like sugar, do they? Ants hate sugar.
So let's go through there. Here we are walking down the dirt road to the refinery. Could you guys have driven us here? No.
Nope.
Come on now.
I'll make you walk
we only rented the cop cars for 3 days. Come on. We had to give the cop cars back. Okay, so the whistle blows, and it's lunchtime for the ants. The ants just march right in, and the sheriff watches them, and they go right into the sugar grain silo there, the sugar silo. Those are some coked up ants there. Look at them. They are doing some sugar dust.
That's it.
They are happy as ants
like
and sugar.
Like Tony Montana at his desk, like, whoop.
So, yeah, the police are waiting for him in there. They probably walked in there. They waited for him ahead of time. They bring him back to the sugar refinery, walked him. And we find out that the queen ant, the controlling ant, is shooting weed smoke at people. And it's making, hey, man, we got to help the ants, man. We gotta be cool about the ants, man. We have to help them. They're sending people through. And the sheriff, by the way, the sheriff is played by Albert Salmi, who was in one of the Matt Helm movies. He was in a lot of TV shows, did a lot of TV show stuff. Plays a lot of bad guys. Plays a lot of villains. He's good at that.
Yep.
And so they bring our heroes up to the front of the line. There's Grandma and Grandpa getting sprayed again. They sprayed Joancollins. We really don't have to worry about them. We just have to help them. That's all.
No, they're fine.
My goodness, you're hot. You know the sheriff's hot too. Sorry. Doing it again. Stop it. Stop making fun of Joancollins. So what I didn't mention before was when they were in the stolen car, there were a couple of flares in the glove box, and Robert Lansing pocketed those, and he pulls them out now to deal with the queen. He sets the queen on fire, and everybody's freaking out, and the ants start freaking out, and the sugar start attacking all the guys that are there and killing them. The sheriff's like, my mind. And Robert Lansing jumps through the glass, breaks through the glass, not a scratch on him. I'm kidding. No, he actually does have a little cut right there.
Yep.
The guy from the 70s show.
So Wilbur
sees a flammable truck at this sugar factory. You got to have a flammable truck at your sugar refinery.
Oh, yeah.
You got to have some gas around. So he opens the valve on the gas tank so that it's spraying gas all over the place, and he drives the truck around the complex, and he sets it on fire. So them ants blow up real good. They do. They burn up real good. Giant ants burn, man. Did somebody say flamethrower? So yeah, they burn up real good. And nobody's under the power of the queen ant anymore because she's dead. She burned up too. And they run back to the place at the beginning of the film, and there's another boat there that nobody mentioned earlier on. It would have been just easy to jump in that boat and get away, but then it would have been a 20-minute movie. So oh my God, it's only 40 minutes. We blazed through this, didn't we? Let's talk about Joan Collins some more. I'll show you. She was
great on
Dynasty.
Dynasty. That's right.
We came up with that thought at the exact same time in stereo. That was creepy. That was.
She
was on Dynasty. Oh my God, he said it too.
Great minds think alike. What?
Think alike. So, they show this massive river that they're getting away on, and then we get the credits. Joan Collins was Marilyn. Robert Lansing was Dan, Captain Dan. Yeah. John David Carson was Joe Morrison. I think Joe was the guy that was the 70 Show guy.
Yeah, that's the 70 Show guy. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, Robert Pine.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So this training film left a lot to be desired.
Yep.
Special effects were so. Quickie to cash in on Jaws and that kind of thing.
It was a lot of Joan Collins. That was my favorite stuff.
Wow.
Joan Collins had a lot to do in it. And again, we had Ida Lupino in Food of the Gods.
Say that 5 times fast. I dare you.
Yeah.
What? Ida Lupino or Food of the Gods?
Yeah.
Ida Lupino and Food of the Gods. Ida Lupino and Food of the Gods. Ida Lupino and Food of the Gods. Ida Lupino and Food of the Gods.
There you go.
There you go.
I can do it.
Looking like, yep, where did my career go?
Harry Holcomb.
I used to be a hottie. Oh,
here he is.
There you go.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like paint eyes or something on that dummy. You definitely got to stuff him. That dummy looks a lot smaller than it was described.
No, it's huge. No, it's huge.
You just got to stuff it.
I'm like, look at it. It keeps
going. You
got
to stuff it more.
Look.
Yeah, it needs more stuffing.
Look at that leg.
Woo.
I'm having a lot of fun here. I think I got to go, guys. Say goodbye to me and my friend. Mommy's got to go and have some friend time.
Bigfoot.
Millie needs some alone time.
Oh, I'm not alone. I have somebody. His fur,
what are you going to name him?
Really soft. It's like it's been shampooed or something.
It's really already soft. Because you don't want to. Well, and again, if you had a real Bigfoot, he'd be all stinky and crap all over him, and
we need to. The people
he'd be like Joan Collins' butt in this film.
The cadets who came in later have no idea what we're doing, so I think we need to explain who this is.
Okay, I sent a package, 2 packages actually, to Major Hazzard.
This is for research. It's for scientific purposes only.
Was a Bigfoot costume, which I thought was interesting. It was an interesting costume. He didn't look like a mean, angry Bigfoot. He looked kind of friendly. And I got a dummy for her to put him on. So she's got like a stuffed dummy mannequin kind of thing. She can set it up with, however she wants to set it up and stuff it however big she wants.
We know how she wants to use it. We don't need to ask.
Poor Roland. He's been replaced.
Bigfoot is Bigfoot. What can I say?
Again, he's an anatomical specimen that you can, use for your work, your research.
It's all research.
And again, if you want to cuddle him, emotional support, Bigfoot, all right, Sasquatch, okay, good.
It's still just going to be research.
And again, I just thought you'd be happy to have a Bigfoot around.
I think Mommy might be having a mental break.
Has your mom seen it?
No, David said I think Mommy because I said Mommy has to go.
Okay.
And then JD said, well, I guess anatomical exploration is a branch of science. I got you, Major. It's all science and zoology, okay? It's biology, it's zoology, it's all the good stuff. Don't you worry about it. I'm all professional. I got degrees from major universities.
So when you're sitting watching movies, training films, you got a companion there to help you watch the film, and you can feed him popcorn and get popcorn in his fur, brush him out every now and again.
Brush him out.
Again,
He's getting a little fresh with me. That's what happens
safety
every
pins
time
and
I'm
pin that
cuddling a
bastard
guy.
on
He
his
gets
head
fresh with
and
me.
pin the hands, the hands on the arms, and pin the feet on the. Again, you've got a nice stuffed Bigfoot to hang around with.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, General. Thank you. I salute you.
Again, I wanted to give you something nice, and that was the first thing that came to my mind.
It's a conversation piece. When people come over, they won't know what hit them.
It's something that nobody else would have gotten yet.
Nobody else.
That's for sure.
That's for sure.
So, I look forward to
Grateful.
seeing the
Thank
face
you.
not flattened
No.
when he's back to looking like a
I
normal
will
big.
plump him out.
Plump him out. That's it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, General. I appreciate that. I'll find something to get you. It'll be a
My pleasure.
It'll be
No,
a
no, no, you don't
fun
have to-
robotic something.
Yeah, I've got all that stuff already.
Oh, and just
that.
Yes, try,
just so
Jim.
you know, what I was talking about earlier, and I couldn't think of it. It's the carpool lane that I was trying to tell you.
Yes.
Put them in the
Carpool,
carpool
the
lane,
fast
put
lane,
them up
carpool
next to
lane.
you, and you can be on your way to fight more big monsters with the Bigfoot.
So anytime we do a Bigfoot movie, I expect to see him.
And get you some
And you gotta name
gyros.
him. You gotta name him.
When you're hunting down them gyros.
You name him Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah. Call him Sassy. Sasquatch, Sassy.
Sassy.
It's my Bigfoot. He's sassy.
So it was either that or a giant ant, and I just don't think he would go for that. So
Yeah, that would.
I don't think I can get that on Amazon.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
So yeah, there it is. Again, there might be a way you can set up like a platform with a PVC pipe, like a mannequin, where you can just stand him up in your room if you want, or again, just lay him on the bed. I don't know. Again, if somebody comes over and you think it's weird, yeah, just fold them up and put them in the closet, and hope they don't go in there. You've got a Bigfoot in your closet.
I think the major's gone.
She's probably
I think
busy.
she vamoosed out of here.
She's probably busy. 7:48.
Anyway,
All right, so folks,
Joan Collins.
Joan Collins. It's time to talk about Joan Collins again. So, Robert Lansing, Joan Collins, Chris Pine's dad, Robert Pine,
Yep.
best known, and again, would not have been approved by Poncherella. I can tell you right now, his actions would not have been approved by Officer Poncherella.
Nope.
And I read a story that Larry Wilcox was not nice to his fans. I read that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was like, really? Larry Wilcox? So everybody seems to like Poncherella. They don't like Larry Wilcox.
Yeah.
Again, we're talking about chips. I have no idea how we got on this subject, but because Robert Pine, that's right.
Yeah. And both Robert Lansing and Joan Collins, they were on the Star Trek.
Yes, they both did episodes of Star Trek.
Yep.
So they probably have the same agent.
Yep. Maybe they talk
That's
about
my
that.
guess.
Hey, weren't you on Star Trek? Yeah, well, you too. Yeah. Did William Shatner
Kind of like
hit on you?
John Travolta and Selma Hayek are in a lot of the same movies. So they probably got the same agent.
Yep. And Antonio Banderas.
And Antonio Banderas. Well, that's more Robert Rodriguez than anything.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yep.
but she stars in movies with John Travolta from like different movie companies,
Yeah.
So it's got to be the same agent. That's my guess.
Yeah.
We digress. So Joan Collins didn't survive this one, by the way. Albert Salmi, the sheriff, shoots. I forgot to mention this. Shoots the queen because he's come to. He's got his head back again, kind of.
Yeah.
And
then he just walks away.
We blazed past it in the presentation. So anyway, So what happens is the queen ant attacks her, Joan Collins, and starts to kill her. And they just show a shot of Salmi, the sheriff, just walking away.
Yep.
You know,
I ain't
so much for being a sheriff and saving people. He
Yeah.
shoots the queen and walks away. I'm done. I've done my job.
She's dead anyway.
He might have gotten something from Joan Collins if he saved her.
but nope.
Yeah, he was one of the, not the last Matt Helm movie, but the second to the last one, called The Ambushers, I think. He was the villain in that, and he gets killed by making love to somebody in a spaceship that, if it starts up the spaceship, it kills men. It doesn't kill women, but it kills men. You got to go watch the film to get all the particulars on that. But
Yeah.
he dies with a happy smile on his face, but he's glowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Albert Salmi.
Albert Salmi.
He was also in Lost in Space as a pirate. Because, when you're out in space on a strange planet that you don't know, pirates usually show up. Anything would show up on that show.
Cadet Duncan made a comment earlier, and we didn't get to it, but
Okay.
it's actually kind of funny, and now I don't remember what it was.
Oh, damn it.
There you go. First man to have an erection out of his belly button. When you were talking about the guy with the deputy with the rifle with the shotgun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, again, he was holding it up.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
Thank you, Cadet Duncan.
Holding it up from underneath with both hands.
Yep.
Underneath. He was doing his John Holmes impersonation. Hold on, with both hands underneath. There you go. There's my rifle. My shotgun.
This
my
is my
bazooka.
rifle. This is my gun. This one's for fighting. This one's for fun. Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket.
That's a Full Metal Jacket. Yeah.
Army, Dagatti.
See, I'm pretty sure if they made that movie now, this ant movie, he probably would have been the sheriff or something.
Well, he's gone now. Arlie Army, he passed away.
Yeah,
a few years ago.
I know.
But yeah, they made it in the 90s or the early 2000s. Yeah, he might have been in it. Yep. He was in all kinds of stuff after he did that. Yeah, that was his first movie. He was actually really a real gunny.
Yeah.
And they were doing auditions for people that weren't famous to be in the movie, and he won it hands down. And he was so good while they were shooting the film that his part was just, they kept expanding it. They kept expanding it and giving him more to do. And that's how it started off. Then he was in, Mississippi Burning. He was in The Frighteners. We got The Frighteners on here. That's a weird movie.
Yeah.
Gotta do that maybe next season. Yeah, he was a very interesting character. He was even in the Toy Story movies as the head of the soldiers, little green soldiers.
Right. Yeah.
So he did a lot.
Yeah, he's going to be a technical advisor on the movie, and then just kind of blew up from there.
Okay.
No,
you're right. Yeah, he was actually brought in as a technical advisor. That's right. Yeah. And then they decided to go ahead and give the role to him because he's just much better than whatever they got.
Exactly. It's like, why are we hiring an actor when we got the real deal right here?
We got the real deal right here. He knows exactly what to do.
Yep.
So yeah, always love to hear stories like that.
Yeah.
That's how the fame starts. Okay. Thank you for watching this episode of the Big Monster Briefing Room. We're now into season 5. Got a lot of good movies coming up, as you could see in our opening credits. We're going to be doing Fright Night. We're going to be doing Dracula's Dog. We're going to be doing It Came From Beneath the Sea in color. Luckily, that one was colorized, so I don't have to go back and take the black and white shots and turn them in color for that one. Doing John Carpenter's The Thing. Got a lot of good stuff coming up. Van Helsing, or oh my god, I crashed my computer with all this CGI again.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of good stuff coming up. So stay tuned. And thank you, Major Havoc, Sergeant Major Havoc,
Yes,
for being with us on this one. Thank you, Major Hazzard.
Thank you so much for my new companion. I'll be uploading some selfies of us later, you know?
When his face unflattens, yes. Don't show the flat face, the poor guy.
Let's not start that
It's a face that only a mother
more
can love when it's
glorious
flat like
beast than
that.
Yes.
And did you
Tina,
hear
you
that
just
I
missed it.
Yeah.
I said your line.
Oh. All right. She's calling sassy.
No.
He's very sassy as a squatch.
It's Sassy Squatch. That's his name. Okay. What I said was when the face is flat like that, it's a face that only a mother could love.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So,
all right. Well, thank you so much, General.
It's my pleasure. I wanted to give you something. You've done so much for us here, keeping these shows rolling forward. Thank you so much.
He's going to keep me warm at night. I'm going to have a snuggle fest with him. We'll have some Chardonnay and gyros like Lorraine said earlier, or somebody said earlier.
He smells like Chardonnay. Bigfoot smells. I know he smells, but like Chardonnay? Stale Chardonnay.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be more of a Merlot guy.
That's right. He is more of a Merlot guy. That's right. I agree.
All right, folks. Have a good one.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Big monster.